Peace and love, everybody. Put the ones up if you can hear me. I'm on my Bluetooth, so put a one up if you can hear me. Peace and love to everybody. I know it's early. Peace and love. Can you hear me, brother? Judah, can you hear me? Put a one up for me. Alright, for sure. 5 hertz, I already know. You always on. What's going on, y'all? Hey, I got a question for y'all. If the first trust you created, would it be irrevocable or revocable? It's a question I got for y'all. We're gonna start it off with a question. What would your first trust be? Revocable or irrevocable? Alright, give me some. Alright, some people say revocable, some people say irrevocable. Alright. Now, one of the people that said irrevocable, jump on my live. Any one of y'all that said irrevocable, jump on my live. Anybody that's available that said irrevocable, jump on my live. Come talk to me. Where y'all at? Send a request. You can do whatever. Anybody that said irrevocable, jump on. Alright, I guess y'all want me to go back through it and then pull y'all on, huh? Alright, I'll do that. Alright, I see somebody. Alright. Neat. Oh, I already know. I know you about to come on. Alright. Alright, let me make sure it lets you get on.
Minister, be better. What's
Peace and
going
love. How you
on,
doing?
man? How you doing?
How things going for you?
It's going well, my brother. Peace and love.
All right. Hey, so why did you say irrevocable? Just tell me why. I'm not beating you up or nothing. Just tell me why.
Oh, I never said irrevocable. I just jumped in, but
Oh, you just...
and I wanted to say my ha-has.
Okay, so what was your answer?
What was the question? Because I literally just got on.
Oh, you just jump on. Cool.
Yeah.
What's the first trust that you should create? What is the first one? Would it be irrevocable or revocable?
The first trust you should make is
the first one you create for your family. Which one?
Is the revocable trust. Why?
Right, tell me why.
Why is because you want to be able to edit whenever the time comes. And then once you have a solid foundation, then you go irrevocable.
Right. Because now you're going irrevocable because you don't need to make any changes.
Exactly.
Right. Now, I wanted to get that out there because I had a phone call yesterday, okay? I only give shout out to certain people that do trust. They know who they are. I know the people that's out here that's really doing this thing, right? But this is what I want to tackle. Because you have to be able to amend it. Because that's the same way that they created the Constitution. The Constitution is amendable. And it's a reason why it's amendable, right? Because the Constitution was drafted by we the people. That means all of us coming together as a conglomerate to create this thing, right? It's the same as you would do with your family. When your family come together to create a trust, it shouldn't be an irrevocable. Why would you not create an irrevocable trust first? Because where would your estate go? What's holding your estate?
What is holding the estate? The trust.
Oh, matter of fact, let's go back. What is your estate?
between
What's your E
you,
state?
the
What's considered,
entity, is
you
either
know,
you, the entity, between you and the entity.
all right, but when you die, what do they come after?
Your east
When they try to
state,
push you through probate, what are they coming
your
after?
estate,
Your E state.
which is you,
So,
your body, your living body, or your dead
right,
body.
right. But what is your trust? What's the trust certificate that they gave you for you to have access to the In God We Trust? What's your trust certificate?
The birth or the living birth or the living, I mean, the death certificate.
Uh, Right. So your birth certificate, your social security number, your birth certificate,
Yep.
anything social is your E state. You know, that's anything that was done in your social
Okay.
is your E state. Okay? The reason they come after your E state is because they created it. You did not create that. You did not create the In God We Trust, and you did not create the Constitution. The people created the Constitution, not an individual. Okay?
Absolutely.
Now the Constitution have trustees, but that's not where our issues lie. We did have a part in helping create the Constitution, but what we created was treaties that they were supposed to stick to. That's what people got confused. We never was written in the Constitution. No, we was written in treaties. Okay?
Yep.
They coming after your estate when you pass. Okay? The estate belongs to them until you create a trust to move it into your own jurisdiction. When you create a trust, you created your own jurisdiction, and I need people to understand this. Just like they came over, we did deals with them, treaties, and we told them to stay on one side of the United, what you would call the Americas today. We told them to stay in one section, but then eventually they started commingling with our people, and that gave them the right to come into the territory. Once they got in the territory, they created the In God We Trust and got all of us to contract with that. Gave all of us social security numbers and birth certificates, but did not tell you that they're going to come back later to get it. It's the same as your social security number. On the back of the social security card, it tells you that it belongs to you, the owner, but you're not the owner. You cannot return your social security card back to the social security office. They will not take it.
Really?
Okay?
Okay.
Oh, they won't take it. But look on the back of it and read it, and it tells you if this was to be lost, return it back to the owner. But nobody would take it back to you. They would take it to the social security office because you ain't the owner.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't create it. You did not create the trust. You did not create the birth certificate, which is the trust certificate for that trust. You did not create the social security number. So our thing as Aboriginal people, and I know a lot of people scared of this because people talk about sovereignty and different things. Don't get scared of it because that's what you have to step into. Because what you're doing is creating your own tribe on paper.
Mm-hmm.
If you created your own tribe on paper and then I approach you, what are you supposed to do? Protect it.
Absolutely.
Right. But if you don't learn trust law or contract law and somebody just give you a trust, then you still up shit creek. You still where you started, right?
Yep. Yep.
If somebody put a trust in your hand and you know nothing about trust, that's why I created a university first. Because I want people to learn about it first before they even come buy it from me. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So when they come, I teach my students this all the time. Learn the trust vocabulary. Learn contract law vocabulary. Because that's where you won't get scammed. Everybody that's getting scammed right now, they went after the trust because it's a trending topic.
Yep.
Everybody talking about it. But I can tell you for sure, it's only a few people that was talking about it before everybody else was talking about it, before it became trending. Okay? And what I want y'all to do is focus. You didn't build what you're trying to get. We got people trying to attack the DTC, We got people trying to attack all these places. Why? You didn't create it.
Yep.
You didn't create nothing. So, okay, so what are you supposed to do now? That means sit down and you're supposed to create. You are a creator. You are a fractal of the creator. That means you have the power to create. That's what they took away from the people, was the knowledge and the confidence to build.
Okay.
The pyramids is still our biggest achievement today because that's what happened when all of us get together and build something. You see what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you got to build your whole situation, else somebody gonna take it. This is what's happening right now. People don't understand the how I would say the priority of creating a trust.
Mm-hmm.
It's a priority because think about this for a minute. Let's say you got secure your claim, right? Let's say you made some claims and you pulled in your securities, right? But if you didn't make a trust, you just built on the same boat that you're trying to take your stuff from, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
So what are we talking about? Why is the irrevocable trust even being talked about before people establish the revocable one? Because I'm gonna ask you a question and I know you're gonna answer it. What trust do a trust trump a will?
Yes.
Do you need a will if you got a trust?
No.
But can
Because
you put
everything
a will in the trust?
Yes, you may.
Can you put a will in the trust?
Yes, you may. Yes, you
Okay,
can.
so watch this. So would you put your will in a trust that can't be changed?
No. Not at all. Because then what if that person passed away and you got them to get $10,000 and now you stuck?
All right. So I just want to kill all this BS, man. This is how you got to do it.
My bad.
Your family trust going to be first. That's revocable. The family trust is always first. I don't give a damn what nobody say. I've been in this shit too long. The family trust always first. The business trust comes second. Now, the business trust is irrevocable. Why is it irrevocable? Because it's a business. You shouldn't have to change anything.
Right.
Hold on, y'all. One second.
How do I get off of this?
Second, y'all. Trash day. Real life. What's up? All right. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because I had a brother call me the other night, and I talked to him, and he had 3. So I ain't gonna mention nobody's name. I'm gonna help the brother too, but the brother was sold 3 trusts. Follow me on this. The brother was sold 3 trusts. All 3 of the trusts was named the same thing.
I have no
See
comments
with that?
I do have
a problem with that?
Yes, it is.
You got a problem with that? Okay. All right, cool. All right, now, this whole thing about hiding, right? Everybody getting so scared, okay? If you create a trust, even if you the trustee, are you the responsible party of the assets?
As the trustee, are you the responsible party? No, you're not. The trustee is. You just manage it.
So, do that mean you own that shit if you the trustee?
You just control it. You ain't an owner. The trust owns itself.
So who really owns it?
The trust owns itself.
Right. And the trust is doing that for who benefit?
The person that had created it.
The beneficiaries.
Yep.
Remember, the grantor could be a seller. That's the person that created the trust. Okay? That person created the trust in order to move their assets. Okay? So this is what I'm seeing now. I see people creating trust. The person that create the trust, they putting their name first as the seller. Now, what's the problem with that? hey, hey, talk to me. What's the problem with that? Okay, if I came to you to build a trust for me, why would I have you as the seller? Why would I have you as the grantor? Are you holding my assets for my beneficiaries? Or is it me, the person calling you?
The person calling.
Okay, so why, if I'm the person that's supposed to be setting up the trust, and
Right.
then I'm supposed to be the person sending it to somebody to manage it.
Right. The one that's managing is the one that's responsible.
Exactly. But at the end of the day, why would I allow you to create a trust in your name and then pass the shit to me?
Yeah, no.
You're not holding the
Not
assets. It's
at all.
the person that creates the trust is the person that has the assets. So it's almost like if you had a granddaddy, grandmom about to pass. Right before they pass, they say, you know what? I need to pass my stuff to the family. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be the settler because it's my shit. Then I'm
Right.
going to pass it to the trustee, which is one of y'all that's in the hospital room, right? But this is what people missing out. Some people don't have a big family. Some people don't have people that they can put in these positions.
Right.
People not telling others that you can just create a trust to put in that place. Why can you create a trust to be your trustee? How is that even possible?
How is it possible? Because you created one trust, then created a secondary to
Right.
control
But
that
ain't
one.
a trust a person by law?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because we are
So if I
already.
didn't have nothing, so if I couldn't pass my assets to somebody in my family,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't trust people in my family, just like the Jackie Chan post that I put up, everybody went crazy. How people gonna tell you how to protect your assets? Only you know your children. Only. You the only person know your children to know if they're responsible or not. If they're not
Yep.
responsible, would you still pass them your assets?
No, you just give them a certificate with the percentage. But if you don't trust them, shoot,
Exactly.
you wouldn't
Exactly.
have
But
them
if you don't
over the
trust them,
type
you're
of
gonna
whole
handle
big
your whole estate.
right.
Right. So everybody went crazy. But I'm telling you, your family trust is first. That's the revocable trust. Don't let nobody fool y'all. I've been in this game too long. The revocable trust is first. That's what you would call a family trust. That's what you would call a living trust. That's sometimes what people call by law an inter vivos trust. Because
Okay.
it's living. How
Okay.
can something dead take care of me? How can something dead state its will?
Right.
Can a dead man state his will?
Not at all. Because he can't even write.
Right. So if you put the
And,
will in the revocable trust, you can't you can't change your will.
right. Right.
That don't make sense. It's just I tell people all the time, in order to not get scammed out here, you gotta stick to common sense. Common law is common sense. Common
Absolutely.
law is common sense. I'm telling y'all this. How how can you the living pass some shit to a dead man? That don't even make sense. It don't make sense.
At all.
What I'm telling y'all is I want y'all to set up your structure the way it's supposed to be set up. A revocable trust is always first. That's your living trust because you have your will in there. Because you might have to change your will. Because people get older. People die before time.
Yep.
So if you started an irrevocable trust first, what are you gonna do? You just locked yourself out of your own estate, didn't you?
Yep. Sure
You
did.
took your whole
Let's
estate, put
put
it in the
yourself up.
irrevocable trust. You can't go back for it.
Not at all.
It's no longer yours. That's what irrevocable means. I trust this entity to pass this to. And then I trust this entity to manage this revocable trust to take care of me and my family. But you cannot start a irrevocable trust first. That don't make any sense.
Not at all. Got
Okay,
it all.
so why did I get on that? Because what's a foreign trust? What is a foreign trust, y'all? Put it in my comments. And if somebody else want to jump on and get in on this, jump in. I don't care. I love to talk to people.
Amen.
But what is a foreign trust? What is it? Revocable or irrevocable? Somebody put it in the chat. I like people to interact with me. Somebody put it in the chat.
Foreign sound like it's irrevocable because I mean you're not their jurisdiction anyway.
Right. But would your first trust be a foreign trust?
It can be.
Right, but didn't we
Well,
just
yeah.
establish that
Yeah.
your first trust shouldn't be irrevocable?
Right. 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 Right.
Didn't we just talk about this?
Right.
If you don't have a living will, how can you create something that just locks you out of it? So you just getting into estate planning, and your plan is to create something to lock you out. Come on.
Nah.
I don't think nobody would do that.
Not at all.
Come on, man. We got common sense. I'm telling you, common sense is how you're going to learn this asset management, asset protection, and trust. That's how you're going to learn it, from pure common sense. Because everything I just said just now, every question I asked was just based on common sense.
Yep.
Would you create a vault and lose the key?
Not at all.
Well, that's what they just did. That's what you just did. You just created a foreign trust, pushed all of your estate into an irrevocable trust. Can you go back and get it?
Not at all.
Okay,
Nope.
now, do a revocable trust protect your assets? That's the next question.
Revocable trust protect your assets? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
At a certain extent. To a certain extent.
I was thinking
okay?
that.
The irrevocable come into place because it do have a place in this structure. It do come into place when you pretty much got everything solid and you don't want to make no changes. Yes, that's when you apply. You start working with irrevocable trust. Because like I said, you got your family trust first. You got your business trust first. You got your business trust second. You got your ministry trust third. And then you got your foreign trust. How the hell did the foreign trust make it to the beginning when it's supposed to be at the end?
Right. Right.
Just think about the structure that I just said. It will resonate with you because it makes sense.
It does.
You got a personal estate. You have to transfer. So 3 things you can do in a trust: transfer, donate, or sell.
Okay.
So you just donate it, sell, or transfer your assets now to the business trust. Once you get the family trust established first, because the family trust is what holds your will. Your will is what tells the trust what to do every day, how to operate. You know, because you're going to leave this to your children one day, your offspring. And if your offspring don't know how to operate it, then you're going to end up like Jackie Chan's son with nothing. Because before a person give you their estate and you running in the ground, they give it to charity. And I posted it on my page. What charity do you think Jackie Chan donated his money to?
His own self.
So ain't his children gonna still get taken care of?
Absolutely.
So I don't understand what people were freaking out about.
I'm in the higher.
You're not supposed to put the money directly in your children's hand because that's taxable.
Exactly.
Why would the dude go on the news and say, I just passed all my assets to my only living son? Wouldn't that give people the right to go sue his only living son because he just told them who holding everything? That don't make
Right.
sense. That defeats the purpose of a trust.
Right. Because it's
A trust is
supposed
for
to be private.
privacy.
Yep.
Yeah, it's for privacy. Yeah. So why would the man do that? That don't even make sense. The man got a whole portfolio of movies that he created on his own out of pocket. See,
Mm-hmm.
I'm one of them people. When I first came into this, I understand what people saying. Use other people's money. But it's going to come a time where you're going to have to become the plug and you're going to have to fund your own operation out of pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get used to this whole other people money stuff because people only own that for a little bit. If you own that all your life, talking about you using other people money all your life, then you ain't never created your own family bank
Yep.
to
Not only that,
borrow from.
it's happening now. It's true. That's gonna be real hard to come up.
You know, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, the only reason I saw somebody with the EIN, the only reason you get an EIN for a trust if you operating in public with that trust. If the trust don't have an EIN, that's a private trust. A trust don't need an EIN. We got to stop with all these myths out here. A trust don't need nothing. A trust can stand on its own without the public, period. The trust don't need that. Think about this. They tell you that you need an EIN to open a trust account. That's a lie.
That's for them to get a piece
And
of the
I'm gonna tell
pie.
you why it's a lie. What is a special security box at the bank? What is that? Ain't that a private? Ain't that
but
private?
it's,
That's a private.
it's supposedly private, but it's not.
What? But what if you open it in a trust account? Is it private?
Yes.
If I have public bank accounts and I have my trust account at the same bank, if they sue me, do that give them access automatically to my trust account?
As long as you ain't put your name together with it.
Exactly. And then when you open your trust account, that's the first thing they ask you. Do you want to merge these two things together?
Yeah,
Yes or
exactly.
no?
Exactly.
Like,
Because as
nah,
long as they
I
ain't
don't want
merged,
to put them
as
together.
long as they ain't merged, then you good. But they can't.
You
They
good.
only can access that if you put them together underneath yourself. So yeah.
Right. Now, another question. If you got an EIN number for your trust using your social security number, do that
You
link
just
you to
give
the trust?
yourself a personal guarantee.
Right. But can you get an EIN number without using your social?
Yeah. Yeah.
So why everybody trying to do all this hiding shit, this old hot potato shit? At the end of the day, you ain't none of that stuff anyway.
Exactly.
What are we talking about? Are you the
Paper.
EIN number?
No.
Are you the LLC? Are you the
No.
sole prop? Are you
No.
any of these things that I just named?
No.
What are you? What are you?
I'm just a living being managing this paper.
Right. And by law, you are the beneficial owner of the name.
Yep. And the transmitting
You can
utility.
never be any of these things. So why people say, oh, if I get an EIN, they're gonna take my shit. No.
Oh,
No.
that's for
No.
the EIN.
No. No. Because you could do an 8832 at the beginning of getting your LLC, or you can do it later. You don't have to do that shit right then and there. You can do it later. You can do the 8832 and connect any business to any business later.
Okay.
So even if I got the EIN number with my social, I still could come back around and just do it the regular way. Okay, I did do it with my social. I got the EIN. But most people think they fucked up, but they didn't. Keep going. You ain't fuck up, because you can always go back, do the 8832, put the EIN number in that place, put it as a responsible party, and move on.
Mm-hmm.
That's what these forms for. That's why they say self-governing. You have to get in the position to self-govern yourself. You cannot let other people tell you what you're supposed to be doing in your asset base.
Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all not listening to people online for them to tell y'all what to do, because most of them fucked up. People telling y'all these things, y'all don't know what they doing behind the scenes. Y'all don't even know if they even living the life they say they live in. And you gonna create your trust off of what they saying? That's a risk. That's a risk. What you're trying to do is you need to move your assets through these different levels, because there's levels to this shit. I got my gloves off today, so y'all gonna hear some words today. It's levels to this shit. So how you gonna establish one level and think you safe? That don't even make sense.
Yep.
You got your personal estate. You set up your LLC. That's the reason why you're making your LLC a name. That's the only reason. The only reason you're doing this is because it's easier to transfer, sell, or donate something to a LLC or a trust. It's easier to do it that way. So what you're doing is you're making your name the LLC, then you're coming back and hiring that social security number. The social security number should be your first employee.
Yep.
What are we talking about here? What are we talking about?
You hire yourself.
So, right. Can't you hire yourself?
Yeah.
And wouldn't that allow you to do income taxes if you choose to do it?
Absolutely.
Because the social got W-2s. You just cooked them up a whole book of W-2s for the whole year.
Yep.
And he's not in the social, so you can pay him more than $12,000. You see what I'm saying? If you're a personal, you're not getting no benefits. This is the reason why you're doing it. I'm always a person going to tell you why you're doing something. You know what I'm saying? The reason you're doing this is because you have to get your estate out of their possession. The fastest way to do that is to make it a company and copyright it. Because if something is copyrighted, nobody can mess with it. So if I made my LLC a name, watch this. I'm about to hook you up. Listen to what I'm saying.
All right.
If I had an LLC in my name, I'm driving down the street. I get pulled over. Just stick to common sense. I ain't talking no nationality shit right now.
Okay.
And I get pulled over. I got a trust in the car. Okay? I got my passport on me. Okay? My first question is, first of all, who do this car belong to? Do it belong to me or the trust?
But yeah, it belongs to the trust because you got the car.
So can I write you a ticket to a? Can I write a trust a ticket?
No.
So how the hell they writing your name a ticket when it's a trust?
Man, that's what I still want to know too. But they all just trying to pull you into commerce at the end of the day.
Right. But this is what I'm saying. If you have all your documents state that all your documents that you have was privately created. You have nothing that represents you from their side.
Yep.
So how can you be charged? But this is the reason why we getting our ass bust in the street. Because what I just told you, once you make your name LLC or corporation, you can do it as a corporation too. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. Once you do that, don't you have the right to put business insurance on that name?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You think somebody gonna beat your ass if you got insurance on yourself?
Not at all. They won't touch you.
Exactly. It's just a game. It's a game. Most of us get beat up because we don't have insurance. Okay, think about it. Most of our culture don't have insurance. But what if every corner that they ride on, every block they ride on, everybody insured up? You think they're gonna bother somebody?
They're gonna move somewhere else to a whole other island where
we just gonna move as a unit and we gonna walk away, because what are you gonna do? Because now you got a group of people that can sue the bricks off your ass if you touch one of them.
Yeah.
Because everybody insured through their business, not through their social name. Regular insurance don't protect you, but business insurance can protect the vessel and the entity that it's attached to. So if I was riding the king and I got my ass whipped back in the day, and I was a business, because you're already a business,
right?
You're just a sole proprietor,
right?
So they treat you as you are. But once they see you pop up in the system as an LLC and you insured, oh, you can leave it unincorporated. But what I was telling you just now, it don't matter. Don't get scared of this stuff. They have, anytime you make a mistake, they got forms for you to recant your mistake. It's the same as the national. Everybody asks me, how do you get the national passport? Get your regular one first. Why I say get your regular one first? Because once you get your regular one, you can do another form that said you lost the shit, and then you can do the form the way it needs to be done and send it to them. And then they're going to send you a new passport. And it's going to be a national passport because you did not put your social on it. That's the fastest way to get your national passport, is to get the regular one first.
Okay. Getting the regular one, you put your social on that one, right? Or you use the...
Yeah. Because it's yours. It's yours to use at your will. Everybody's starting to get scared of the social. Oh, no, I don't want to say it's me. I don't want to say that's mine. No, it's mine. It's not me, but it's mine. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's a different talk.
Right.
I'm the representative of it, but it's not mine.
Right.
Y'all created it. I'm just taking control of it because
right.
y'all told me to do that when I turned 18.
Yeah.
I say, walk us through the 508. The 508. The 508. Okay, so if you go get an EIN, right? When you go get your EIN, you're going to see a little section say other. In that section that say other, you're going to start to see ministries listed. It's going to say ministries, different things like that. Once you get the EIN, you only getting every EIN you get, you only want to get it for you only want to get it for banking purposes only.
Okay.
Only because you ain't establishing a new business. But that's how they'll trick you if you fill out the form. They ask you, are you setting up a new business? Are you setting up a new business? No, I'm not. I'm just using it for banking purposes.
Mm.
You got unincorporated. You can. You can create unincorporated LLCs. You can create unincorporated trusts. You can create unincorporated. But you don't want to get the unincorporated until you understand the corporated.
Yep.
You got to understand the public side before you even try to understand the private side, because the public side is what created the private side in the first place.
Yep.
You can't have private without the public. So why everybody trying to run into private and forget about the public? That don't even make sense. Yeah. You just left your whole estate and your wealth. You just left your wealth and your estate that way. You ran that way. And then later on, you trying to come back for it, but you put it in an irrevocable trust, so you can't get it anyway. Then what if the person you put in control died? Then what?
Exactly.
You just lock yourself out your estate.
Oh, damn. I was pulling up what you were saying.
Out. Yeah, man. Stop listening to these damn people online using this chat GPT. You better listen to a real living being person right now about this shit, because a computer will lie to your ass. Yeah, you was private before they made you public, but everything that's considered assets, the fake money and all that come from the public side.
Yep.
We are private people with public debt. How the hell did that happen? Hey, I went to Atlanta and they had it on the board downtown Atlanta. They got the debt clock. They got the debt clock and how much people owe downtown Atlanta. You can look out the hotel window and see it. And it's telling you how much per person owes the government, which means the government actually owe you that shit.
Straight up. So, dude.
That's your interest. That's your interest that you never got, because you are a stockholder in the United States corporation.
Yep.
That's the problem. We already know who the hell we is. We know we nationals. We know all this shit. We know this stuff. That's not what we fighting.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what we fighting, man. People got to stop with that. We not fighting trying to make them understand who we are. We already got documents saying who the hell we is. You just got to produce the documents.
Mm-hmm.
In the original Constitution, it says, do not put your hand on a Moor. You ever read the original Constitution?
I have not yet, but I'll put that on my list.
Pull up the original Constitution, and then pull up your state original Constitution, and you're gonna see more written in it.
Oh, I believe that.
The
'Cause that was the
original articles tell them not to bother Moors, not to mess with our vessels. If they did catch our vessels, return it back to where they got it from. So wouldn't your car be your vessel? Wouldn't your conveyance be your ship?
Yep.
So you gonna let somebody ride up and take your ship and leave you in the water?
Not at all. We try not to.
That's what they do all day. They pull your ship over because it's unidentified. Why is it unidentified? Because you got everything that belonged to them on your car.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's fine. Yeah.
What is that called? Unidentified flying object. That's what that's called. You identify, so you unidentifiable on water. Okay? Because that's what we doing. I don't give a damn how futuristic we get. They still looking at your ass as a ship on water. That's what they looking at you as. Because that's how it was established. The roadways is the waterways.
Okay.
The banks, the troopers, the police, all of them, they control the banks. You heard what I just said? The banks.
Yeah.
Control the banks.
Yep.
Right. Anything that's on the opposite side of the highway is called a bank. So when you're driving down the highway, yeah, you got to see it just like this. When you're driving down the highway and you see something behind you, that's a boat with lights behind you.
That's what's up.
You got to see it like this. That's an unidentified
I like how
boat
you put it down.
Pulled up on my, and the people on the boat would say the helm. He just pulled up on my helm, and he didn't tell me who he is. And I keep asking him who he is.
Yep.
Okay? Now, with the first thing he asked for is something that belonged to him. Where your driver license at? Oh, here you go, sir. Oh yeah, I got your ass now because you just gave me access to you because you gave me something that we created.
Yeah.
How about give them something that you created and have them rebut it?
Yep.
What's a rebuttal? Absolutely. If nothing is rebutted, what is it? Law.
Yep.
Any unrebuttable affidavit becomes law.
Right.
Even a bill is an affidavit before it become a law. That's just an affidavit that people agreed on. Nobody in the public rebutted it, so it becomes a law.
Yep.
See what I'm saying? Like I was looking at Schoolhouse Rock the other day. They were talking about I'm a bill. He is a bill. You know what I'm saying? You gotta listen to this shit. They used to give it to us on TV. You ever watched Schoolhouse Rock before?
Man, you just brought back so much nostalgia, boy. I'm gonna start singing the rest of the song with you.
I'm a bill.
I got money. I got
a bill. I'm sitting on Capitol Hill.
Yeah, that was my song I used to sing from the time I've seen you all the way to present, honey.
Hey, they were teaching us the whole time. I like to tell my students all the time. You remember Scrooge McDuck and DuckTales? You remember that cartoon?
Yeah.
You remember he was in the safe all the time, swimming around in the gold. That's his assets, right?
Yep.
He was in a, what was he swimming in? A trust.
So was. Dang.
Now, you remember when he used to drive the car? Remember when he used to drive the car and the cash shoot out the back? That shit was worthless. That's what that was saying. That shit was worthless. You see what I'm saying? Even the cartoons was telling us this shit.
They sure was.
Come on.
Signs and symbols
is for the conscious mind. Signs and symbols is for the conscious mind only. People got to get this. It's for the conscious mind only. If you know symbols, nobody can trick your ass.
Yep.
If you know now that the police used to have a gold bond on their chest, now they got the shit sold in. Ain't that a big difference?
It is. Cause
wouldn't that be something you question?
It is something I question, because I do remember they did have the badges, and now it's just so into their clothing. I did notice that.
What was the badge? What was the badge representing? I want you to get this. What do the gold badge, what did it represent?
That was mainly their oath to the trust that they represent. That was like they press, basically, in a way, right?
Before regular bonds, what was a bond? What they call a bond?
Securities.
What's the name of the lubricant that the old people use?
Ooh.
Gold bond.
Gold bond. So no.
Don't you remember back then? Don't you remember when the Pope came over here? He said that he was not involved with the crimes and the human trafficking and all that. You don't remember that? Go search it out. It's on Google. Go on Google. Go on Google, and you Google when the Pope came and wrote his letter. Just Google the letter that the Pope wrote to Obama. The Pope came here. You remember when the Pope was here riding around in his little bulletproof car? You remember that? You don't remember?
No.
Probably even on the news like that. But he came here. He was riding around in his little bulletproof car down the streets, right?
Okay.
His whole thing was to tell people that he was abandoning all the shit that the United States do. He was abandoning that. He agreed that they was doing human trafficking. All of this is facts.
Right.
This is facts, y'all. Once he did that, then he came back around, wrote a letter, and told them that they had a couple of months to disarm the police department. That's when they started that defund the police department.
Okay.
The same time they started that, that's when the gold bonds went away.
Okay.
So now, what are they? So now, what are they without a gold bond? So what's a lawyer or a judge without a bond? What are they?
Just a clerk. Just a
So do your local judge? So do your local judge have a bond?
No. Clerk.
Do your local police have a bond?
No, they're just clerks right about now. But they just represent it with the little stitching, calling it gold stitching.
Right. But what they just did was you being controlled by a private organization. What is that in the Americas? That's called treason.
Ooh.
That's called usufructuary. I call it like that. It's called usufruct. But that's usufructuary that they do to you. Because they put you under their spell. You believe what they say instead of pulling him from behind the curtain. They told you in Wizard of Oz, once your ass make it to the goddamn curtain, pull the damn curtain back so you can see who the hell back there.
Yep.
These people have real names. What is your real name? Just like when I was in the military, they used to call me by my last name.
Yep. Same here.
But if they call me by my whole name, what they call that? Your government name.
Oh, no.
People, stop getting fooled online. Your first trust. And I ask people to debate me on this because I really don't like to debate, but your revocable trust should be the first trust you ever build, period. Because that's your family trust. That's what controls the family. An irrevocable trust can't control a family. It only can control assets. You can't put a will in an irrevocable trust. So if you're a person that got nothing but irrevocable trust, where the hell is your will? That's the first thing I ask people when they call me. Where your will at? Okay, I said more amazing. More, can you jump on? Jump on. You know I don't like reading these comments, y'all. What's up, brother? I see you popped in. What's happening? Shit. I seen the brother pop in. What's up, bro? Can you hear me?
Oh, shoot. I was leaving.
What's up, bro? He said, oh, shoot.
I didn't even realize that. Okay.
What you got going on today, man?
Just enjoying your guys' conversation over here. I'm over here. I asked for knowledge, and I guess I'm getting what I asked for.
Man, listen, man. Listen,
like,
but hey, but was you getting what I was saying? Did you get what I was putting down?
Yeah. I mean, I've heard of similar things from this other guy that I forgot his name. Is Dan Colloway. He was saying something similar to what you were saying.
Yeah.
Dan Colloway saying about that and how like states and cities and like how they operate, and he's saying pretty much what you're saying, and it's what you're saying is gold. I'm just like, wow, I'm like blown away right now, to be honest.
Yeah, and that's why I always tell people, stay away from lawyers until you establish your trust. Then you go get a lawyer. And the reason why I'm telling you, I don't recommend lawyers at the beginning, but I never told people not to use one. Because once you establish your trust and you got all four of these trusts in position, the family trust, the business trust, the ministry trust, and the foreign trust. So you're moving your personal assets to the business. Then the business gonna sell that shit or donate it to the church. They have you doing this every day. They got people waking up on Sundays, going to a building, which is a trust, depositing their money in there, not getting nothing back in return, and the church just wrote it off as tax exempt. But did you pay yourself first? You paid the church 10%, but did you pay yourself 10%? It's nothing against tithing, bro. I have nothing against religion or none of that shit. I just know what religion means. Religion means to realign yourself. That's what it means. Not to realign yourself with something you never seen before. That's not what that means. Realign yourself with the God within, and then listen to the God within to build your empire. Because that God within already been here. It already been here. How the hell people trying to tell something that been here forever what to do? That's the ego.
Yep.
So you got your skin trying to tell something that's over 1 million years old what the fuck to do?
I know, that's what I've been saying. Yeah.
Bro, they told you energy don't die. They told you this, man. Are you gonna go against that? That energy don't die, it just transfer? Now you see why a trust is important? Because I said it. You got 3 things you can do in a trust. I just said transfer.
Yep.
No, I did not tell people to go against the word of God. I did not say that. See how people Hey, I need y'all to eliminate y'all ego for a minute, because if you just heard that I said bad shit about God just now, you hearing what you want to hear, because I did not just say that.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Did I say that?
Nah.
Maybe.
Not at all.
Maybe I'm wrong. Neo, I'm not coming at you, Neo, because I ain't that person. But did I say that just now?
No.
I said that religion, if you go in the Black Law Dictionary and look up religion, it's going to tell you this is the subject matter of realigning yourself.
I don't actually go to a free kind of thing, you know. But I do, like for instance, yesterday I was watching where this guy said that he shaves because all the rich people shave. So I shaved last night. You know, I usually have a beard, so I shaved last night. I'm tuning tuning into that frequency that I need to be in, you know, kind of align myself, like you said.
Right.
So,
Right.
and then
Right.
it's that I'm listening to you saying things, and it's like it's almost meant to happen. I feel like, and yeah, that's you know,
Yeah.
so you know, I
He was
kind of
somebody sound like a op.
I'm aligning
Hey, but I tell you
myself.
what, you left the hair on your head though, right?
Yeah, that's why I have to put my hat because it was a little messed up, and I'm like, I'm driving to work
Hey,
now. Just,
yeah. Hey, I ain't cut my crown. I did not cut my crown off because somebody told me to. I cut it off because it stopped growing. You see what I'm saying? Like it was like LeBron James. After a while, you gotta cut that shit off. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
yeah,
what I want you to see is what I want everybody on here to see. I did not say anything bad about God. I was telling you that you should always pay yourself first before you pay anybody outside of yourself. When you wake up in the morning, when your eyes close, your ass is private. You was in private jurisdiction. When your eye open and you can see public shit, your ass is now in the matrix. That's how the matrix works. When your eyes closed, you can't even see the damn matrix. So why the fuck people worried about it? When you go to sleep at night, you no longer worry about what the hell the matrix doing until your damn eyes open the next morning.
Oh no.
Because you supposed to be in your dreams building for the next day. How the hell you think they created the pyramids? In their dreams first. How do people become millionaires? Because they dreamed and it was an idea first. It was an idea. It was a thought. That's why people talk about, oh, you know, you gotta put all your allegiance to Thoth. No, Thoth is an energy. That's an energy. That is not something you're supposed to be worshiping. But they understand that we are natural people, so we are naturally always looking for a savior. That's just in our blood. For some reason, it's there. It's in our DNA to always look for somebody to pull us out of the conditions that we in. That's why people still running the church. Nothing against it. But people running there because they think the answer is in there. But the answer is in your heart.
That first sign, that first tell, intuition.
Intuition is your heart. People give so much credit to the brain. The brain ain't making no decisions. It's your heart.
Yep. Your feeling, your gut feeling.
If the heart ain't pumping, ain't nothing working.
Right?
Everything dead.
Yep.
Everything dead. Oh, I know what it is. More amazing. It's saying that you got to update your Instagram. It say you got to update your Instagram. But yeah, y'all, I gotta go in here and register this car in this trust. So.
Yeah, I gotta get to work right now. I'm almost here anyway. So.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. Next year I don't want to hear that. Hey, next year I don't want to hear that work word come out of your mouth.
So I'm not going to work, you know.
Hey, nothing against it. I ain't bashing you. Hey, I ain't bashing you. But I'm telling you, it's another way. I'm not bashing you, but I'm just telling you, it's another way, brother, to save your time.
I'm just.
Hey,
yeah.
Hey, what are you good? What are you good at? What's your skill?
I mean, I'm good with people, you know. I'm good. I got people skills. You know, actually, even my daughter kind of got that where she could just make a friend anywhere, you know. It's like I can, you know, naturally just communicate with people and try